Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope this today in this video I'm going to start a series of legal words, collection of legal words, which makes us to understand the case judgments or any standard book which could be help to understand the paragraph. So just guys, before move ahead, please subscribe this channel and press the bell icon to get notification on time. You can also join my telegram channel to get this pdf from my telegram channel. I will share this pdf in the telegram. My telegram name is Rahul Print Study. You can easily search in telegram to get the pdf. So guys, let's start. uh, uh, First word is ABA. It means abbreviation of American Bar Association. Okay. Second word is abandon. Abandon means to intentionally give up a right or property without any plan of reclaiming it in the future. It's a verb and a noun. Amendment. Abandonment. Another word is abatable nuisance. That is a nuisance that can be reduced. A nuisance that can be reduced. Abate. Abate means to decrease, reduce, or diminish. Abatement of a legacy. Abatement of a legacy. A reduction in the amount of a legacy after the payment of debts owed by the person who granted the legacy. Abatement of taxes. Reduction in the amount owed by the taxee. Abdicate. To renounce a responsibility or position, generally used to describe the act of a sovereign giving of a throne or an official renouncing the privileges and duties of his or her office. Also used to describe a government or official failing to fulfill responsibilities or duties. Its simple mean that to renounce a responsibility, abdicate. Abduct. You know the meaning of abduction. So this is it means to take or carry away a person illegally by force or persecution, persuasions, or you can also say that to take away or detain unlawfully a female, intending to force her into marriage, concubinage, or prostitutions. Sorry. Abet. To help or encourage someone else to commit a crime. You know about the abatement. Section 107 of Indian Penal Code. That's talk about the abatement. Who abet someone to do commit a crime, that's called abater. A person who abet or instigate a crime. An abater shares a criminal intent with the person who in fact commits the crime. See also add and abet, accessory or accomplice word, which is similar to abater or likely to similar to abater. So you can just read from Indian Penal Code section 107 to 109. Okay. Ambiance, which means a state of temporary disused or suspension or an unsettled state. The condition of an state in fee or freehold during a lapse in succession with no current title holder or owner. Ab initio, you all know about this word. Ab initio, it means it's a Latin word or adjective. From the very beginning, it's means from the very beginning. Used to describe contract, marriage deeds, etc. that are either valid void from their inception, from their starting. Okay. Another word is abode, means a home or place of residence or domicile. Abode. Abolish, to end or do away with, generally used to describe formally ending an institution, system, or custom such as slavery or tax system. Aboriginal. Aboriginal means indigenous, indigenous, native to place from earliest time. You know about the make in India, that is indigenous or aboriginal. Aboriginal title, the exclusive right of American Indians to lands or waters they occupied before the United States claimed them. Abortion. Abortion it means the premature ending of a pregnancy. In legal context generally refers to a deliberate termination, though the term can also apply to a spontaneous natural expulsion of a fetus before it becomes viable. Abortionist. Abortionist, someone who performs abortions, called abortionist. About, approximately, near a time, degree or quality, all know that. Average, to shorten or condense while retaining the sense of the original document. Abridge. Abridgments, a noun, and a verb abridge, to shorten or condense while retaining the sense of the original document. Abrogate, to repeal, revoke, or end, particularly applies to laws. Abrogate. Abscond. Abscond means to depart quickly and secretly in order to avoid arrest or a lawsuit, particularly after committing some crime such as theft, to leave the jurisdiction of local court or to hide from them. It means abscond. Abstain, to refrain from doing something such as voting. Abstention doctrine, a policy that allows federal courts to relinquish jurisdiction over a matter and allow a state court to decide a federal constitutional question or a matter of a state. Abstract, its adjective, existing only in thought or theory and not in reality. Okay. Abstract of record, a short summary of history of a case taken from the trial court record to show an appellate court what issues were considered at trial. Abstract of title, a short history of a piece of land tracing title through all conveyances, transfer, and liens or encumbrances used to prove an owner's right to property. Absurd, illogical, incongruous, and obvious untrue. Abuse, to misuse or to wrong or mistreat a person or animals physically, mentally, or sexually. Okay. Another acceptance. In contract, law voluntarily consenting to an offer, which then creates a binding contract. Just go refer the section of contract first to clause A, B, C, D. We just get the meaning of acceptance. Okay. Legal meaning. Okay. Acceptance conditional. Agreeing to accept an offer in a certain condition is fulfilled. Accept implied, an agreement that is implied from a person's word, deeds, rather than from explicit acceptance of the offer. Access, an opportunity to do or use something. Accession, an addition something added to an existing body of property. Accessories, something added to another object as decoration or make it more useful. Accessory after the fact, a person who aids a felon knowing that he or she has committed a felony and intending to help him or her escape punishment. See also accomplice, aid and abet conspiracy. Accessory before the fact, someone who encourages or helps another plan to commit a felony but who is not present during the commission of the crime. Accident, a chance occurrence or incident, an unforeseen and united event. Accident unavoidable, an accident that occurs despite the exercise of due care and common sense, an accident that could not have been prevented. Accommodate, to meet someone's wishes or demands, to adapt, to do something as a favor without consideration. Accommodation loan, a loan given without any consideration or security out of friendship or the lender's desire to aid the borrower. Accommodation note, a note signed by an accommodation maker, also called accommodation paper. Accommodation party, a person who signs his or her name to a note or commercial paper to lend credit to another signer. The accommodated party without consideration and thereby assuming liability for the debt. Accomplice, someone who knowingly and willingly helps another commit a crime. See also add and abet accessories. That is accomplice. You know all that there are the stages of crime. There are four stages of crime. First one is there should be preparation. You all know about the maxim actus 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 non facitium nisi mens rea. The actus reus and mens rea when compete, then crimes has been accomplished. Accord, to give or grant, to agree, an agreement, a treaty, an agreement between two parties that settles a dispute and provides satisfaction to wronged party. It is accord. Accord and satisfaction, a means of ending a dispute by forming an agreement, the accord. Account, the statement of financial events. Accountability, responsibility that the state of being answerable for the something. Accountant, a person trained in accounting, bookkeeping and taxes. Accountant satisfied public, an accountant who has passed an official examination. Account for, to provide a satisfactory explanation for something. Accounting, a system of keeping financial record. Accounting method, the method used by business to calculate its income. Account payable, debts owed by a business. Account receivable, money owed to a business. A credit, to be recognized officially or authorized to attribute or to send someone to another place. Accrete, to grow or increase by accumulation. Accretion, growing or adding on to something, typically used to describe natural growth such as accumulation of sediment at the mouth of a river. Accrual method, an accounting method that record incurred expenses and income earned during a period even if all money has not been paid or received. Accrue, to accumulate or increase, to accumulate or increase accumulate, to gradually acquire, ac- accusatory, excusing someone of a crime, accusatory body, a group such as a grand jury that hears evidence and decides that someone should be accused of a crime, accusatory instrument, a document that sets forth an accusation, accusatory stage, the stage of criminal procedure after the accused has been arrested and is being interrogated. Accused, to charge someone with a crime, to institute legal proceeding against the suspected criminal. Accused, someone charged with a crime, that is called accused. And another is victim, uh, the some harm caused by accused, this person called victim. Acknowledge, to admit or confirm, to accept responsibility. Acquiesce, acquiesce, to accept without protest, to give implied consent by silence. Acquiesce, acquiescence, okay. Acquiescence, estoppel by, estoppel that arises if a party has the opportunity to object to something but gives implied consent by inaction. Acquire, to gain or abstain, to obtain. Acquisition, the process of acquiring something acquired. Acquit, acquit, to set free or release, to absolve of criminal liability, to set free or release, that is acquit, acquitter. Okay. Acre, acre, a unit of land with an area of uh, 4 acre, okay, area of 43,560 square feet, or 4,008, it is 4,840 square yard, that is 1 acre. Okay. Act, to do something, acting, temporarily performing the duties of a person. Action, a proceeding or action. Actionable, forming the legal basis of a cause of action. Action at equity, an action brought in the court of equity. Action at law, an action brought in a court of law. Actio non, no action pleading of non-performance. Active, doing purposefully, currently in action, the opposite of passive. Active concealment, intention and purposeful concealment. Active duty, the state of serving full time in the military reserve. Okay. Active negligence, negligence that occur through some positive acts as opposed to passive inaction. Active participant, someone who engages in some conduct that is a part of commission of crime. Activism, judicial, the practice of making legal decisions based on belief about individual rights and attitudes rather than precedent and statutes. Activist judge, a judge who uses his or her position on bench to make decisions that reflect personal attitudes and beliefs instead of applying the letter of the law or following the precedent. Act of God, it's an exception of tort by which anyone can claim there is no wrong of mine. It's an act of God that is not in our hand to stop that situation, like a tsunami, something that happens as a result of natural forces. You can say natural disaster that cannot be controlled by humans, yes, cannot be stopped by us, and not able to stop because of the intensity of that particular force of that forces, such as storms, earthquakes, floods, also called act of providence, act of sale, an official document clarifying that a sale has occurred, signed by the parties and verified by witness and a notary. Actor, a person who acts, actual, real, existing in fact, actual damages awarded for a real injuries as opposed to normal or punitive damages. Actual residence, the place where someone actually lives. Actual value, a value awarded in condemnation proceeding based on the price that a property would probably face from a willing buyer to a willing seller. Actuarial tables, statistical tables that predict the likely ages that people will reach. Actuary, someone who uses statistics to calculate insurance rates, that is actuary. Accessories, I have talked about this word. Prohibited act, the guilty act, a criminal action. She also mens rea, which means guilty mind. Both come together to form a crime. So this is the ingredient of a crime: actus reus and mens rea. Okay, add, to join together. Add damnum, to the damage. Addendum, something that is added on. Addict, someone who uses, does, or consumes something habitually. Addition, something added. Additure, a trial court's increase in amount of damages awarded to plaintiff by a jury. This can be done with the defendant's consent if the court rules that the jury's award is inadequate, and on the condition that the plaintiff's motion for the new trial will be denied. So guys, I just complete 15 page of this PDF. It's 16 and in PDF form calculating 15. So guys, this 15 page I just done. Add him, to remove, revoke, or take away, to take away a legacy or future bequest in advance. Just I am going to complete 20 page. Adoption, revocation of a legacy by a testator before the testator's death. Sometimes by giving the recipients the property. Adequate, sufficient. Adequate care, care appropriate to risk in question. Adequate compensation, under the eminent domain, the maker value of property when taken. Adequate remedy at law, a remedy that provides complete and appropriate relief. Adhesion, joining, clinging to, sticking together as allegiance. Okay, adhesion contract, a contract offered to one party by another on a take it or leave it basis, in which the offering party creates all the details of the contract and the receiving party has no opportunity to bargain or modify the contract. This is common with the standard form contract. Often there is doubt as to whether an adhesion contract is valid because one party has so little bargaining power. So it's also unconscionable. It's a good word, guys. Just look at that word, because we read the contract, law of contract. You can ask to ma'am or teacher of your particular section if you are adhesion contract. It's a good contract, good form of contract, but there is a lack of bargaining terms, because there is no counter offer in that contract. You have to just take from the one party offer and just give consideration it's appropriate and wanting the amount of the offerer. And if you are offering, then you have to pay as your offerer want the money or something in respect in the exchange of that object. So ad hoc, for this arranged for one particular purpose, it's temporary. Okay, okay guys. On 17, ad hominem, adjective, to the person, appealing to the emotions instead of the logic and reason. Ad infinitum, to infinity, repeatedly, forever. Adjacent, next to, near, and neighboring. Adjacent, you have just read the and circle adjacent. Adjective, law, rules of procedure, the rules that administered substantive law. Adjoining, joined with. So guys, on the 17 page, uh, it's already 26 minutes. So guys, I hope these all words make your uh, collection and make your knowledge about some legal words. So thank you so much for watching.